Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about Kentucky football. If you think that day or two ago, done a video about Kentucky football. I guess off-season, if you want to call it Kentucky football off-season updates, this is number 2. Yeah, we got some more stuff to talk about, some more players that are entering the transfer portal. But a player is staying. We're going to get the positive, we're going to get the little positives out of the way. This one's the Jamori Macklin. It was reported that he was going to enter the transfer portal, or he was expected to, but now he's returning to Kentucky for another year per social media. He's staying. I mean, respect to him for even staying here, because I wouldn't have, with Mark Stoops and how this program is right now, but I respect him. He has the tools to be a success here. Just gotta hope the coaches do right by him next season, because he had 1,000 yards at North Texas. It's not like this dude's a bum. He's really good. It's just Kentucky didn't get him the football until the last few weeks of the season, consistently trying to get him the football. So respect to him for even staying here. Like I said, he had 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns at North Texas before he transferred here. I mean, better give him the football next year. Because this is his last year. If they don't give him the football next year, this will be a freaking wasted season. But yeah, I guess that's the only positive is he is staying, which is the only positive. Some players that have entered the transfer portal. We've lost 2 more receivers. We talked about Dane Key yesterday. Or not yesterday, a few days ago when I done my first updates video. Dane Key entered the transfer portal. I don't think I talked about that, did I? No. But yeah, Dane Key entered the transfer portal. I know he kind of I feel like he was our best receiver until he just kind of stopped trying. Either that or he was playing hurt. Like, I know he has some dumb penalties at times, I get that, but he's still a good receiver when they're consistently trying to get the football, and they just couldn't because it was hard to throw with the offensive line being bad. But Brock Vandegrift wasn't the best. But yeah, Dane Key's entered the transfer portal. First of 3 receivers to talk about: Barry and Brown, fast receiver, speedy guy, entered the transfer portal today. I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I want to say he underperformed compared to expectations, and there's all the rumors he wasn't the best worker off the field, but I don't think our coaching staff has been the hardest working off the field either. Like, I wish him success. Like, I think he will shine under a competent coaching staff and offense. I wish it worked out and he could have come back, but I can't blame the kid for leaving. I feel like he'll shine in a different offense and maybe in a worse conference, but I don't know. I just feel like he had way too many drops in his career. I think he'd be the best in an offense where he's not wide receiver 1, because I mean, we had Dane Key. They can easily have Dane Key as a receiver 1. Maybe have Jamori Macklin number 2 and could have had Barry and Brown in the slot. And I'm not saying he's a bad receiver. I guess it just wasn't going to work out here. At the end of the day, you can just reliably throw to other receivers. He draw a lot of coverage of other receivers simply by streaking downfield. I don't know. It is what it is. He's a go route receiver, and half the time he wasn't even getting open then either. Barry Brown, I think, will be good somewhere else, but I still wish he came back, though, because I feel like we didn't utilize him to his best ability. Dane Key, he was good. It's just sometimes he would have dumb penalties, like after plays, but he's still a really good receiver. I think, play on Sunday, so that's a big loss. Barry Brown will be as well, but I think he'll shine somewhere else. And wide receiver Anthony Brown-Stevens has also entered the transfer portal, so those 3 receivers are gone, besides Jamori Macklin. And a guy they got, a 3-star receiver that I'll talk about that they got to commit. Or I think I talked about it the other day, didn't I? No, I don't remember if I did or not, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm repeating myself on some of these, then I apologize. But Some of these come out today, and Dane Key I didn't talk about, so I decided to talk about it there. But Anthony Brown Stevens, he's still into the transfer portal. I think he was a wide receiver 4. Man, this is just a disaster, man. What the hell are we going to run next year at offense? Are we going to run a triple option next year? Are we going to be run heavy? Because who the hell are we going to throw football to? A 3-star receiver we got? I don't trust us to utilize our receivers the best. We had talented receivers, but you couldn't utilize them. And maybe, I don't know if I guess a complete overhaul, but keeping the same coaching staff isn't going to help. You're keeping the coach that dictates the culture. Yeah, you could say, oh, the roster needs a complete overhaul, but if you're going to say that, you should have a complete overhaul of the coaching staff. This is just a disaster. Why would anyone want to come back? And Brown and Key aren't going to be just easily replaceable receivers. We can bring in other receivers, but do you really trust us to utilize them right? I don't know. But at least they're getting away from this mess while they can. If Stoops is really staying, they have to hit the reset button. I don't know. They just need to let Stoops go. I'll keep saying it until he finally leaves Kentucky. Those are some of the wide receivers that have entered the transfer portal. See if we have any more through here. I'll have to go to Facebook to read them. We talked about Dane Key entered the transfer portal yesterday. Or not yesterday, 2 days ago, or whenever the fuck I did that first video. Yeah, we got that Kentucky flipped the top 25 recruit from Wisconsin to Kentucky on signing day, and Cameron Miller, 3-star wide receiver. We'll see if we can use them. See if you can use them correctly. But yeah, just to recap UK signing day. They didn't sign a top wide receiver target. Dane Key was among 6 transfers. Well, we've had more since then. So I guess you can say, 12 transfers? They got 2 commits. Stoops was ticked. He lost his receiver coach. That's going to Nebraska. And he skipped his final call-in show. But his final message of season? Nobody panic. Got 2 recruits. Didn't sign a top receiver target. 12 transfers. Nobody panic. It's time for Kentucky to move on from Mark Stoops, folks. How can you, as a coach, from 4-8 season, you have a lot of good players transferring. You didn't get that many good commits. Can 3-stars be good players? Yes, but I don't trust us to utilize them. That's my thing. You're keeping the same coaching staff. I'm not gonna be excited. He's just so smug. Got that guaranteed contract, becomes insufferable. Like, the train is falling off the train tracks, ladies and gentlemen. And he's laughing at the end. Come on, man. Nobody's gonna, I swear, not many people are gonna go out and watch these bums next season. I think a kid they signed, Simmons, was like a 3-star or 4-star. I mean, maybe those receivers will be good, but there's just no positive signs for the program under Stoops. It's hard to panic about the potential of being bad when we're already really bad. Like, and Mark Stoops skipped his radio show last night. Yes, go figure. Yeah, the guy's working. He's going to work, getting them 3-star recruits, and not getting big time recruits. But Vince Marrow said recruiting wouldn't be an issue here. My ass. See, we have more players that enter the transfer portal. We already talked about Anthony Brown Stevens and Barry Brown, Dane Key. We talked about tight end Kamari Anderson. They entered the transfer portal. And Jordan Dingle, another tight end, he becomes the 12th Kentucky player to enter the transfer portal this week. Well, we never thrown the ball. Like, we threw the ball towards him, but not really to him. Like, and they had him try to be a run-blocking tight end, but he can be a pass catcher, and we hardly threw him the football. Marrow had already telegraphed this during his press conference. When he listed tight ends, he didn't mention Dinkle, and they openly said they expected Caddis back, and they were probably going to go get one in the portal, possibly. So it's pretty obvious Jordan Dinkle was going to be gone. But are we even going to have enough players next year? We hardly threw him the football. He's a good tight end, just don't throw him the fucking ball. Trying to see if there's, I don't think there's any more guys that enter the transfer portal. Well, Kentucky gets the signature it's been waiting for. They got a 3-star receiver, DJ Miller. Brings the 2025 recruiting class to 21 signees. Wow, 3-star. 3 stars aren't bad. Because Josh Allen was, what, a 2-star in Wyoming? And he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But the thing is, we don't develop players that well. It's the same old 3 stars, and they ain't the best. Yeah, they got 21 signees. How many of those will make an impact next season? Just saying. How many of those guys will make an impact? They got Mikael Skinner, the tight end. I think they're highest recruit. A 6'4" tight end. Will we actually utilize them? With whoever the hell our quarterback is? I'd prefer to just Carter Bowley start, but who knows? If they got some solid receivers, like that Quisenberry guy. What is happening? They got some good receivers, like what's there to be excited about? That's the thing. What is there to be excited about with this team? Like, what the hell am I supposed to be excited about? Are we getting 3 stars? Cool. I'm not saying 3 stars are bad players. It's just the best we can get most years, besides a 4-star. And with Jamori Macklin come back, he's probably going to be the wide receiver 1 of this offense. Went from wide receiver 4 pretty much to the wide receiver 1. He should have been wide receiver 1 the whole season. But at least he's coming back, so that's the only positive. Everything else is just negative. People in the transfer portal. I don't know who we're going to have next year. Yeah, the teams that are going for Barry Brown in the transfer portal are, once he enters, is LSU, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Florida State. And I'm sure there'll be more teams. And what tight ends do we have? We're now down to 3 scholarship tight ends. So Jordan Dingle's going to play somewhere else. Kamari Anderson's already gone. So 3 scholarship tight ends. Who's going to be the tight end? I think it's going to be Mikael Skinner, probably going to be the starting tight end. Just hopefully we actually utilize them. But the wide receivers they have now are Jamori Macklin, Fred Farrier, Brandon White, Hardley Gilmore, Preston Bowman, Cameron Miller, DeJarian Miller, Montavian Quisenberry, and Quentin Simmons. They brought in some good recruits, some solid receiver recruits, but are we going to just think, are we going to utilize them? I think Jerry Miller can be good, like terrific at tracking the ball and makes competitive catches against tight coverage. If we could, and he could be that Dane Key replacement maybe. But yeah, we'll just have to see what goes on next year. Guess we'll bring back the same coaching staff. Not expecting any good results, though, out of it. But, yep, that's all I got to say for this off-season updates number 2. When there's more news, I guess I'll do an off-season updates number 3. But, yeah, until then, next time I'm out. Peace. Go Cats. And all I want for Christmas is for Stoops to be gone. Stoops to be gone.